What's up? Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to another normal YouTube video. Oh, my new hat. I thought you'd never ask. This is a real tangible hat that I just got at the thrift store. It looks super cool. I love it. It's real. I can like touch it. See? Touch. Oh, it feels so real. It's so real. It's a hat. Just kidding. It wasn't a real hat. It was virtual reality, not real. I pranked every single one of you. I bet you guys feel really stupid right now. What's up? Hope everyone's doing well. Quick little life update. I am moved back into my house from college, but I'm gonna be moving out of this house into another house in like 2-ish weeks. That's why things are a little bit messy. So please bear with me in these troubling times. Things will be over and smooth sailing soon, hopefully. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about an aspect of the metaverse. If you don't know what the metaverse is or what it entails, I can give you like a brief summary. Basically, Mark Zuckerberg wanted to kind of create his own virtual reality hub sort of thing. So he created the metaverse. In the advertising, it's kind of shown as this completely open world where you can do anything you want, when in reality it's very limited right now, and it's very behind when it comes to the virtual reality that's already been introduced, that's already been known for years. I don't know why, but Facebook has kind of made it seem like virtual reality is a new thing that they started when it's been around for a little bit of time now. If you want to know more about it, I highly suggest watching Eddie Herback's video. He does a great job of explaining the metaverse, what it is, what it doesn't have, and everything else. However, while I'm not talking about the entirety of the metaverse today, I am talking about an aspect of it, and that is the Metawardrobe, which is basically virtual reality clothing that's being advertised as real, tangible clothes. I am not even joking. This is a real thing. I actually first came across this when I found a TikTok account called the Metawardrobe, and the account holder is basically a designer that creates these digital clothes, but he kind of like makes relatable TikTok accounts with these digital clothes. It's very interesting. I really don't know how to put it into words because it's such a strange thing. It's so foreign because obviously this is very new, but it's being sold as something that it isn't. So first I want to look at some TikToks from this TikTok account, and then I want to look at the website of DressX and kind of, I didn't specify, but DressX is the company that creates these virtual reality clothing pieces and is the company we're going to be looking at for this video. Dig deeper into that and then look at their app and try on some of their virtual clothing. So let's go ahead and get started. Just first off, me personally, I don't like to judge what people wear. Clothing is very subjective. You wear what you like, right? With that being said, what the fuck is that? What am I looking at right now? These clothes give a very futuristic, elitist vibe, and I don't fuck with it at all. There isn't really much. She says in the beginning, choose a look on the DressX app, and basically she works for the DressX app. I don't think she's the founder, but she's definitely at least an employee of DressX, and she basically designs these virtual clothes, and the way that she's making TikToks about it, it's being advertised, or at least it's being shown on TikTok as not virtual clothes, but as like real clothes. Okay, the TikTok said can't have long nails because of work. Maybe you work somewhere like Chick-fil-A, or I've heard other places like fast food places don't allow you to have long nails or even nails that are painted. Don't worry, DressX app has you covered, because you can have cool nails and like put flowers on your knuckles too if you're into that. Oh, you do want to do that? That's cool. Not only will that be just as expensive as real nails, if not more, but they actually will only be accessible online in an app, so you can't actually wear them to work unless maybe you work virtually on Zoom. So that may work. If you work virtually on Zoom, you can have these long nails that aren't technically real, but they are, but also what company wouldn't allow you to have long nails if you just work online? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't. Obviously, I'm very confused about this digital fashion, but this TikTok will hopefully clear it up. Let's check it out. Interesting. So she puts on this really fancy, futuristic, feathery dress, and her reasons to kind of clear the confusion of digital fashion are that they help eliminate clothing waste. They're accessible to anyone with a phone, more creative freedom for designers. In terms of helping eliminate clothing waste, you can't actually wear these clothes outside, so you're still wearing clothes that you buy in the store, online, but you're just adding a layer of virtual clothing on top of it. So I don't think this helps eliminate clothing waste. You're just buying more unnecessary things with extra money that you have left over. Okay, they're accessible to anyone with a phone. That's cool. What if you don't have a phone? Then what do you do? You have to wear real clothing? Ah, man. Fuck. That poor guy doesn't have a phone. He's got to wear real tangible clothing. That must suck. And then the last reason, more creative freedom for designers. Now, I did want to touch on this. I think it's cool that designers and digital creators are creating these clothes and creating these art pieces. What I don't like is that they're being exploited. I think it's cool that she and many others are creating these digital clothes. It looks very detailed. Looks like it was a very time-consuming task. I'm not knocking them for their designing and all of the work that they put into that, because obviously it looks like they put a lot of work into it. But I am kind of just confused at the topic of virtual clothing. This was supposed to clear confusion, but it just made me more confused. So not only do these outfits cost, the same amount of money that real clothing costs, but they also come in the form of NFTs, which sort of just make it infinitely worse for me. This TikTok says, here are some NFT terms you should know. So if I'm going to get into this field and try on some of these outfits, I do want to know some of these NFT terms. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, Wagami. We all gonna make it. I don't see how that necessarily applies to NFTs specifically, but okay. URL uniform resource locator. This has been a thing since the internet. Not just NFTs. All right, let's keep going. IRL, in real life. I say IRL, and this definitely isn't solely for NFTs. Okay. DYOR, do your own research. That's a weird one. I feel like when would you use that other than to just be a dick? Hey man, I'm pretty new to NFTs. Could you help me out? Maybe tell me how to get started and whatnot. Okay, let's see your response. DYOR. Fucking dumbass. This one just says proving you can dance in AR outfits. I feel like this isn't a question people ask. I mean, I could be wrong, but when someone sees an outfit that you wear solely virtually, I feel like the question they aren't gonna ask is, oh, can you dance in that AR outfit? Thing is, if you can't dance in that AR outfit, then I don't want it, okay? If you can't hit the whoa in that AR outfit, it's not for me. But again, I could be wrong. I think this guy understands. That looks like shit waste of money. Didn't use the right grammar, but he's completely correct. Okay, this TikTok just says, when you have no real clothing except pajamas because all you buy now is digital. Do you ever leave the house? Do you ever walk outside? I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. Touch grass. I can't even comprehend this. What do you do if you need to go get something from the store? You can't walk out in the clothes that you buy online. Like, you can't walk out in your AR outfits. So one of the biggest questions I have is, do you have to be naked underneath the clothing, or can you still wear clothing underneath. And from like what I've seen, she's been wearing clothing, but it hasn't been specified. So hopefully this TikTok will help us understand that. Okay, so she says AR filters don't replace real life, but augments it. So you can wear normal clothes and add a digital element over it. No one is walking around naked. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay, that clears things up. Now I'll buy a $100 dress that I can only wear online. Okay, so we've watched a few TikToks. We've learned a little bit about AR outfits, augmented reality clothing. And I guess so far, I just have to say that this is definitely a luxury. Unless you have the extra money laying around, this isn't an option. First of all, it's super expensive. You still need to buy clothes because you can't walk around naked. But now we're gonna dig a little bit deeper and look at the DressX website. I'm on the DressX website and I'm on their About page. And on their About page, they have a video under Our Vision that kind of tells you what their products are about, what they specifically should be used for, and how they should be used. Anyway, in the video, they talk about a lot of things and how you can wear these outfits online, how you can buy these outfits in the form of NFTs and collect them and sell them later for a higher price, how you can use these outfits on social media, video calls, video games, avatars. One of the main selling points is that you can wear these outfits in the metaverse. However, the metaverse, again, isn't fully functional yet. Like you can't wear these in the metaverse yet because the metaverse isn't there yet. So this is very false advertising. One of their main arguments is that their augmented reality clothing is more sustainable than fast fashion. So let's take a look and see how they got that information. I'm under the sustainability tab on their website, and it says the fashion industry is considered one of the largest polluters in the world by the UN Conference on Trade and Development. The environmental damage is only increasing as the industry grows. And then they say at DressX, we're creating garments of the future that eliminate waste and chemicals during production and minimize carbon footprint. And they have this video, and one of the main arguments in this video is that you can't tell the difference between real and online clothing. Well, again, this is false advertising, because when you guys saw me try on the hat in the beginning of the video, I know not a single one of you thought that that was actually real. And this is there's no way this is an augmented reality outfit. This has to be 100% real because they don't look this real at all. And in terms of the clothes sustainability, they mentioned that fast fashion, or just fashion in general, uses a lot of water to produce clothing. Specifically, to make one pair of jeans, it requires 7,570 liters of water, which is a lot. I'm not saying that fashion doesn't pollute our environment and waste water. It does. However, DressX argues that virtual reality clothing is an alternative to real tangible clothing and eliminates waste and doesn't emit CO2 and doesn't waste water, because the only water that they waste is their employees drinking water. So I did some mathematics. I wanted to look and see how much CO2 NFTs emit into the environment, and ultimately how much CO2 DressX emits into the environment, because they say that they don't harm the environment and they're actually more sustainable than clothing and a good alternative. So just for a basis for cryptocurrencies, I found Bitcoin itself generates 38 million tons of CO2 every year. To put that into perspective, that's more than the carbon footprint of the country of Slovakia. That's more pollution than the entire country of Slovakia emits per year. And that's only one cryptocurrency. While that is, one of the biggest, there are thousands of other cryptocurrencies. Now, this is where I had to do some math. I wanted to figure out how much CO2 was emitted by NFTs alone in 2021. And I did this by finding the number of NFTs that were sold, traded, put on the blockchain, all of that in 2021. And that's around 2.5 million, which is around 80,000 more than the previous year, which shows that this number is only going to be increasing. And then I found how much CO2 is emitted from one NFT on average. Links for all these sources will be in the description. But after an NFT has a bid, after it's sold, and after it's transferred and then added to a block, one NFT on average roughly emits around 211 kilograms of CO2. Now, if you're like, how do NFTs emit CO2? They're all virtual. The energy required to create an NFT is that much, that it emits 211 kilograms of CO2. Now, obviously, in order to find how much the total number of NFTs for 2021 emitted, I just multiplied 2.5 million times 211 kilograms and then divided it by 1,000 to find the number in metric tons. Turns out, in 2021, NFTs generated 527,500 metric tons of CO2. And then I wanted to find how much CO2 is emitted by DressX itself, because again, their whole motto is that they're more sustainable than fashion. They don't emit CO2, they use less water. So I went to their website and counted all of the NFTs that they had listed. Now I could have counted all of their outfits because I do think that the amount of energy required to make an outfit is roughly around the same as an NFT. But I gave them the benefit of the doubt and I just counted the NFTs that they had listed on their website. The amount of NFTs they have is 74. So then I multiplied 74 times 211 kilograms, which again is the amount of CO2 that's emitted by roughly one NFT. And then I divided it by 1,000 to find the answer in metric tons. And it turns out that DressX is roughly emitting around 15.614 metric tons of CO2. Just to put that into perspective, that is a car driving roughly 37,962 miles. While I'm not saying that fashion itself emits less CO2 than virtual clothing, because it doesn't, I am saying that DressX is arguing that their clothing, their virtual clothing, is more sustainable and a better alternative to fashion, to tangible clothes, when it actually isn't the case. It's worsening the environment, because not only are you not stopping people from buying real clothing, because this isn't a real alternative, you're creating a add-on to clothes. This is an accessory. So really, you're just making the environment worse. You're killing the environment faster. So let's try on some virtual clothes, shall we? Before we do that, I do want to mention that DressX does have a Support Ukraine collection where they donate all the proceeds that they make to Ukraine. So that is an aspect that I do support. Although these clothes are tacky and very performative, I do admire the idea and that they're donating all the proceeds. At least they say they're donating all the proceeds to Ukraine. Okay, now let's try on some virtual clothing. Okay, so there's a lot of options here. There's dresses, tops, jackets, accessories. Let me try on some jackets first. This leather jacket looks cool. Yo, I feel like I'm in the Matrix. You guys can definitely tell that this is real, right? 100%. Okay, moving on. Whoa, Storm Puffer? What? Okay. Just kidding. These are definitely worth it. I'm buying this immediately. I feel like if Zeus had drip, this is what he'd wear. Okay, this one looks like an actual jacket that would be like sold at a high-end store. Like this is a cool jacket. Unfortunately, it looks very fake. Like it doesn't look real. Okay, I'm holding my microphone so that you guys can hear me better. But yeah, this jacket is pretty sick. All right, let's move on to like pants or something. I don't know. We can do tops. Okay, let's do tops. What the fuck? This is the ugliest sweater I've ever seen. It's $113. I look like an elf general. Yes, Santa. That'll be 5 trains, 3 Nintendo Switches, and 2 Xboxes. Unfortunately, we're out of PS5s again this year. I'm so sorry, sir. Jesus. Vincent Van Gogh sweater? Okay. This is kind of big on me. This is like an extra large. If they had this in like a medium, maybe I'd buy it, you know? What the hell am I looking at right now? What? Nuclear power dress? I've traveled space and time to stop you. I'm you from the future. You're gonna do terrible things. And I'm here to stop them from happening. Because you destroy the world with your actions. And I'm here to kill you. I'm here to stop you. Alright guys, hear me out. Have you ever wanted a pair of jeans that also water-bended? Wait, I need to stand up in my chair. Hold on. Guys, look. My jeans water bed. I'm actually peeing myself right now. and it won't stop. Somebody call the police, please. It's just such a funny, like, animation, because who was like, yeah, let's make jeans, and then let's just make water just pour out of them. Not only that, but there's more like that. These are like bell bottoms, but water bell. Oh my god, I'm the Avatar in denim. I'm buying this immediately. I mean, this is terrible, bad for the environment. All right, I'm on accessories now. What is this? What the? It's a fucking staff. No way. This is so cool. I mean, this is so not worth the money. It's like acting up though. Can I hold it in my right? You will all bow down to me. I'm the supreme leader of Voltrovia. I've come down to planet Earth to take over. You will all suffer under my wrath. Quantum boots? What? You're telling me I can put on quantum boots right now? Look at my feet and tell me these aren't the coolest. Okay, don't look at my feet. Tell me these aren't the coolest kicks you've ever seen. What a video. I'm like tired. I know I like went out of my way to like do math and research for this video to prove why, you know, dress sex isn't good for the environment and AR clothing isn't. But did you see those boots? Did you see that? I kind of already bought them. And this staff too, maybe. I'm just kidding. I didn't buy anything. I actually have zero money in my bank account, so I couldn't if I wanted to. But quick conclusion, augmented reality clothing is definitely part of the future. If I were to foresee 10 years into the future, which I definitely cannot do, but if I could, these are definitely going to take over. I can see people wearing like slim, tight clothing in real life if I were to see people in real life, but everyone's gonna live in the metaverse and everyone's gonna have augmented reality clothing, and I'm gonna have a fucking staff and rule over everybody. I mean, AR clothing, bad for environment, not good at all. If you are gonna buy any of these augmented reality clothing, consider buying the Ukraine collection so that proceeds can go to help Ukraine. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time, where I wear virtual reality clothing out in public. And I ask people their opinions on my virtual reality clothing. And if they don't like them, I'm going to smite them with my godly power staff. You don't want to get smitten. I'm telling you, it's not fun.